This time I'd like to invite up Leah Krohn for a stewardship witness talk.
Thank you, Deacon Paul. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
As Deacon mentioned, my name is Leah Krohn, and I'm a junior at Winnicott High School. I know that I was baptized by Father Carl at St. Raphael's, but the first memory I truly have of church was my religious education class at Sacred Heart. We began classes in first grade, and little first grade Leah did not go to class to learn about God. Yes, I was the first one to memorize my prayers, and I paid attention while we read out of our books. But the highlight of class for me was spending snack time with my friend Ella. The next year, as second graders, we received First Reconciliation. At this point, I understood a little bit more about the whole God thing. I remember sitting in the back of church, crying to the priest as I confessed that sometimes I didn't listen during class. My conception of God at this time was wrong, however. I was crying because I thought that God was mad at me. It wasn't until fourth grade that I began to understand what a relationship with God really meant. As a fourth grader, I joined the youth choir at St. Raphael's. This was the first time I was taught about God in a way that made sense to me. Singing songs about God's love helped me to understand that God wanted me to experience that love for myself. As I continued to sing in the choir, I continued to grow in my desire to know God. Obviously, as an elementary schooler, I didn't know that this was the reason I was always excited to go to choir practice, but looking back now, I see that was the case. The next big step in my relationship with God was moving to Winnicott and joining CCD classes here at St. Mary's. I was blessed with a group of rowdy boys and some amazing teachers, Mrs. Day, Mrs. Wiedemeyer, and Mrs. Lather. This learning environment, partnered with my desire to further understand what God wanted of me, was just what I needed. Throughout middle school and my beginning years of high school, my energetic class continued to make learning about my faith fun and enjoyable. While my brain was being fed all of this knowledge about God, the sacraments, forgiveness, and many other topics, I began cantering at church all by myself. The first several masses, I was absolutely terrified. I worried the mic was going to slip because my hands were so sweaty, and my heart rate was definitely elevated. That was until I said a little prayer, just like I do every time I sing. I would ask God to use me as his instrument and thank him for the opportunity to worship him along with my church community. Immediately after this prayer, breathing came easier and my nerves calmed. Now that I've been singing for a couple of years, I do not get nearly as nervous, but I still make sure to thank God that I am able to use his gift to glorify him through song. I've never been the type to sit down and read the Bible or pray the rosary. I connect with God through music. Oftentimes, I find that a certain phrase from a song we sing at Mass gets stuck in my head all week. I enjoy reflecting on this phrase and sharing what it means to me with my friends and family. Whether you already have a way you enjoy spending time with God, or you are searching to find one that works for you, we have so many opportunities for everyone here at St. Mary's. Maybe try taking a faith formation class, or if you're up for the challenge, teaching one. There are also thousands of videos, podcasts, and other materials available on formed.org, which is like a Catholic Netflix. Or you could participate in Mass as a musician, altar server, lector, or communion minister. If none of these things grab your interest, all you have to do is pray, and God will lead you to something that does. Thank you for letting me share with you this morning, and I hope you all have a wonderful week.
Thank you, Leah.